Alright, so how's the connection holding for you guys? Because it's showing me right now, it's got like the little yellow bit, so, oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay, so how's the connection, everybody? Can you guys see me okay? Hear me okay? Let me know. Okay. So I'm hoping the connection will clear up. Drop a comment, let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. And then we'll get started. Pull a card for you? Yeah, for sure. Let me grab a deck. I can definitely pull a card for you. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So I grabbed the Spirit Animal Oracle. Oh, thank you for the follow and the likes. I appreciate you. Alrighty. Take a moment to ground and center. Visualize roots growing out of your feet, going down into the earth until you find Mother Earth's heart. Wrap those roots once, twice, 3 times. Tie it off nice, good, and tight. Mother Earth is going to keep us grounded, stable, and secure. I call in divine protection, and I ask to be a clear channel, so I may channel correctly and clearly in a way that needs to be heard and in a way that can be understood. What message, what spirit animal needs to come forward for Dakota at this moment? What message needs to be channeled for Dakota? I'm not reading all those cards. Let's keep it simple. Do a single card. That's funny. Spirit is like, we're not doing a single card. It's a full-blown reading. Okay. So we have the Canary, Sing Your Own Song. Then we have Lizard, Dream the World into Being. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is already beautiful. Oh my God. And Claim Your Independence with Cat. Okay, this is already a very powerful reading. So sing your own song, follow the beat of your own drum, dream the world into being, and claiming your independence. Oh my gosh. And I love it because even like this little canary even has a crown. So I feel like there are some downloads and messages for you that you would be able to, if you actually sat down and put a pen to paper, or if you actually like sat down and thought about the things that you like, the things that you desire, the things that you're dreaming about that just feel like they're just out of reach, I feel like you could have a different kind of expression to bring those dreams closer to reality. Spirit is telling you it's time to be independent. It's time to follow the path that is for you. Follow the path that is for you. Follow the path that you want to be on. Like, follow the beat of your own drum and don't stop dreaming. Even when all the naysayers are looking at you and telling you, you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that, or you should do this, or you should do that. Like, you want to kind of block out all that noise, because those people are projecting onto you. And Spirit is saying, it's like, you're going to break those chains and you're going to be independent. You're going to be independent. You're going to follow your own path. And all those dreams and ideas that you're holding in your heart and in your head, they are very possible. You just have to believe that they're possible. You just have to believe that with faith and inspired action, you can take inspired action steps towards these dreams. You just have to, like I said, really be okay with walking that path on your own. You're not going to be alone forever. You're not going to be alone forever, but you're the only one with your foot on the gas and with your foot on the brake right now. You can do what, even if what you're wanting doesn't necessarily seem, I want to say conventional, but I don't exactly understand what that means. So maybe you understand what it means, but I don't. But it's not about me. It's about you. So even if the things that you want, even if they are out of the ordinary, that doesn't mean they're impossible. It just means that you're on a very unique path tailored to you. So, is there any closing message for Dakota? Is there anything else that needs to come out for Dakota? Oh my God. Reclaim your power. So you have sing your own song, dream the world into being, claim your independence, and reclaim your power. That is amazing. And you have 2 cats here. You have the Black Panther as well as the cat spirit. Like that's just, oh my gosh. In my other deck, the Panther has to do with following your passions. Like, what are you passionate about? What are you actually wanting? So that is your reading, Dakota. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares and the follows. I do have my Cash App and Venmo in the main comment. So if you do feel called to leave some sort of energy exchange, I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you. Okay, what did I miss? Am I pregnant? I don't know. Go take a pregnancy test. Is Tyler still romantically interested in me? Why don't you ask them if they're interested? Is Tyler still romantically interested? Oh my God. Sing Your Own Song came out again. And life is a mystery. Maybe they don't even understand their own feelings. Maybe Tyler doesn't even understand his own feelings. Okay, you're welcome. Will Chris and I be in a relationship again? Do you want to be in a relationship again? Ooh, clear out the clutter. I say no. It says clear out the clutter, so I would say probably not a good idea. Let's move on into healthier relationships. Want a hotel. Damn, sounds right. Thanks. You're welcome, everybody. You want a hotel? What do you mean you want a hotel? Like you want to own a hotel, or you're wanting to stay in a hotel for a while? Like you're wanting to own one? Oh my God, that sounds cool. Reminds me of that bedtime stories movie thing with Adam Sandler. Like the hotel, I don't know, but own a hotel. Well, that's cool. You want to own a hotel? You go own a hotel. You design it how you want. Oh my God, do you want to do like a theme? That would be so cool if you did like some sort of theme, like a themed hotel. That would be amazing. Okay. I don't know who commented, but I just got a notification saying some of the comments were filtered. So maybe try and say things in a different way. Dakota and Billy in. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Make sure it's your dream, though. Make sure it's your dream. And have it be everything that you want it to be. Hello. Shan Chan, hello, welcome. Oh my goodness. Okay. But it costs a lot of money. Nothing is impossible. I mean, I even have a green adventuring crystal right here, which is for money. Nothing is impossible, my darling. I'll send you some good luck energy, some financial abundance. And this energy is open to all of you who are open to receiving it with that financial energy. Healing the financials. And bringing a financial blessing. You can ask the universe to bring you a gift. Is someone jealous of other men with me? Well, ask them. That's what I would do. Just ask them. And are you getting off on that person being jealous? Like, are you personally feeding off of that other person being jealous? Turn knowledge into wisdom. Turn knowledge into wisdom. I think you already know the answer. Transformation is beautiful. I think you already know the answer to that, but just open communication. Okay. Zane, will I start the police academy in July? Well, that is up to you if you have the inspired action to get there in July. Zane, start in July. I don't know. It says be at home, so possibly not. I want a hotel with... Okay, you said, is that mall or mall? And a gas station. Oh, that's cool. Always the earth can give all. Is Russ lying to me about only pursuing a relationship with me? Oh, goodness. Like, there was a fly that just flew at me, so it was kind of like, you got a fly on the wall, honey. Set healthy boundaries. Raspberry, set healthy boundaries with your Russell guy. Are my uncles jealous of a connection? Again, y'all just need to communicate and talk to your people. Time for beginner's mind. But also, like, porcupine means innocence in my other deck, so I would say, like, don't cause a problem where there doesn't need to be one, and if someone's jealous, then fuck them. Should I let Santali go? Oh, goodness. No, I was going to talk about some other stuff, which we'll get to that after I finish answering your guys' questions. I was going to talk about processing emotions and proper rest tonight, but I'll finish answering your questions. If you guys do feel called to it, I do have my Venmo and PayPal in like the first comment of the video. So if you want to leave me an energy exchange for this labor, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, she let Santelli. If I say the name wrong, I apologize. Should he let the person go? A rebirth is assured, which means there's transformation. So the death, so you have the life, death, and then the rebirth process. So I don't think it's necessarily over yet, but Santali. I want a hotel with a mall and a gas station in it. Okay, that would be really cool. Like I said, write out, Dakota, write out your dreams. Write out your dreams. Write out your intentions and what you want. And don't worry about the money part, because the money part will come. Just worry about what you want right now. And allow the universe to manifest that for you. Does Shelby think about me when she's not with me? I mean, anybody can get thoughts. I mean, ooh, oh my God. Ah! And the card, like, fell under the bed. Are you fucking this Shelby? Oh my goodness. There. Okay. So we have clear out the clutter. I would not be worrying about Shelby. Okay, sister, spit one out that tells me why all my days here lately are so messed up. Again, clear out the clutter. I think this has to do with a little bit more, not necessarily like maybe physical clutter, but like emotional clutter or limiting beliefs or just bad vibes, people that you don't need to be around. I would do a cleanse. Because usually when we're spiraling, there's something that has not been addressed yet, which that actually might go in line with the processing emotions and proper rest if you want to stick around and hear about that. You're welcome, Raspberry. Is everything from the other night over with? Is it over with? Well, whatever happened that night, I mean, if it's not happening in the present moment, then it's the past. Like, just worry about the present moment, you know, but at the same time, you're the one keeping it alive. You're the one keeping it alive because you won't let it go. Set healthy boundaries. Is Lee hiding his feelings for me? If you have to ask about someone's feelings, then why do you want to pursue them? Go find someone that's going to actually want to express the way you need them to express to you. Dream the world into being. So I feel maybe like daydreamy energy. Will M be contacting me soon? Let it shine. I think you have a good opportunity to attract this M character if you wanted to. Will Roy stay away from me? I mean, set the boundary. If you want the person to stay away, set the boundary for them to stay away. Ooh, and even like when I shuffled like these two, I haven't even looked at them yet, but these two cards like shot out of the deck and they like separated like that. So you have co-create with spirit and time for a beginner's mind. When you're ready to start over, the opportunity will be there. Does someone still love you or is it over? Sweet results and think on your feet. Also Fox with adaptability. I feel a little bit of sweetness here, but also, you know, strategy. Like you don't want to give everything away. You don't want to just give everything away and be waiting on somebody. Oh, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it. Oh, it's hot. I have some lavender tea that I made tonight for some stress release. Oh, we releasing. Oh, hi, baby. Oh my God, I didn't know you followed my lives. Hi. Yes, I had a major release earlier. I'm just answering questions and then I'm going to talk about processing emotions and the importance of proper rest and what happens if we don't process our emotions or get that proper rest. Hello, Paulo. Has been thought about our weekend together. Ooh, collaboration. You must have had a good weekend. Is Paul wanting to come back? Again, y'all just need to have open communication with these people. Trust in divine detours. I would say, I mean, it's also Coyote with Trickster, so, you know, maybe you don't want Paul back. But we'll see. We'll see. the future is always subjective, you know. The future is always subjective, you know. People make choices every day, so it's the butterfly effect. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cards up. I'm gonna drop my Cash App again in case y'all want to leave me a donation for this labor. And then we'll get started talking about processing emotions and proper rest. Here we go. And boop. There you go. So if you guys feel called to leave a donation, I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna have to start going live and doing readings and Reiki again here soon. Alrighty, so let's talk about the, I didn't even know I didn't even know these fell out of the deck. Oh my god. Embrace the in-between. The abundant universe will provide, and spirit has your back. You are provided for in all ways, no matter what. Embrace the in-between. Embrace the gray area. Sometimes when we are looking for answers, and this is a collective message right now, sometimes when we're looking for answers, we think we can only go right or left, black or white, when in reality, the true answers that are really going to drive you forward are the answers that you find in that gray area, in the very still, quiet space of surrender, where you quiet down so that you can hear spirit speaking to you in that quiet whisper. So there definitely is abundance coming. You will be provided for. That is on its way. Spirit has your back. Even when you feel like you're alone, Spirit always has your back. Spirit's always watching out for you. So definitely some abundance. They are just calling for a little bit of energy of surrender for that. So, all right. So we're going to talk about the importance of processing your emotions, and we're going to talk about processing your emotions and also like the importance of proper rest. You cannot push yourself into burnout constantly, because if you burn out, then I mean you have nothing else to give to others or to yourself, and that's when things are going to kind of start to spiral, is when you're not making yourself a priority. So sometimes it's really hard for us to feel our emotions, to process our emotions. Sometimes it's really hard to understand exactly what we're feeling, and this can cause some issues. This can definitely cause some issues. So when you are in a state of numbing, of coping mechanisms, it can be pretty toxic. You know, if you're not processing your emotions and you have a lot that are just building up, then you can end up with some very dissociative energy. Or you can, you know, be that person that's drinking all the time or smoking all the time or fucking all the time. Just, you know, whatever you're using to try and slap a band-aid on this. Like, you have these really big emotions, and instead of dealing with it, you're using something as a coping mechanism and kind of just, you know, covering it up. Like, you know, oh, I'm gonna slap this band-aid on here and it's gonna be okay, when in reality, that's not helping. It just prolongs the issue until you are basically forced into a spiral in order to deal with that emotion. Because when you're feeling emotions, those emotions are not going to just go away. They're not going to just go away. They're going to fester until you deal with it. So, I personally have been going through some shit right now. My entire life has gone through a really big phoenix moment. My whole life has turned upside down and changed, and my life is very different from week to week this month, and I'm trying to take it day by day. So I personally am dealing with, separating from my husband and moving out, moving into my own place, getting my own job, being independent. It's like, yes, I have my spiritual business. Yes, I have my homestead. But right now I'm in this very very new stage of my life, and it's bringing up a hell of a lot of emotions. And I was actually talking yesterday about how I personally was not feeling my emotions, and it's like, because like before I got to this house, I was crying for days, and just really in this weird space. But when I moved here, it's like I couldn't cry. And part of me was like, am I actually as upset over this as I think I am? Or am I so numb that I'm not dealing with the emotion? And I had to really sit with myself and think about that. Like, why was I not feeling the emotions? You know what I mean? And progressively, so I see everything as a mirror. Like, I see the world, reality, I see it as a mirror. And how my experience is going during a day is how my vibration is vibrating. Like, what kind of energy am I in alignment with in that day? And I would sit there and think, I'm fine, everything's normal, I'm falling into this new routine. But in reality, I was just so numb that I was not actually dealing with the emotions. I was dissociating from the emotion, which I personally have dealt with a lot of dissociation in the past, and it's not fun. So I'm learning how to handle my emotions a lot more. I'm doing a lot of research on the central nervous system, fight, flight, freeze, all that. And just learning how to process my emotions, as well as learning what my own personal attachment styles are. And when you don't deal with your emotions, like I said, everything is it's a mirror. So my days were progressively getting worse. Like, my days were progressively getting worse, and I would sit there and be like, I don't feel like I'm vibrating at this low vibration. Why is my reality being mirrored this way? And it was not until today that it was like I actually was able to kind of break through that barrier and feel those emotions and process those emotions and deal with them. Because I ended up going into a spiral. So even though it's like I was kind of aware that I wasn't actually dealing with it, that I was just numb, it's like I wasn't really doing anything with it. I was kind of just trying to get through the day, and my days just continued to get more and more stressful. And when we're out of alignment, that's when the frustration comes. That's when things become more difficult. That's when like I said, that's where you hit all these speed bumps, and there's a lot of resistance when you're out of alignment. So I had to sit there and think, okay, how can I get back in alignment? Well, today I was freaking out about money and decided to go and drive around, look at some other jobs, look at some other places. And at first it was great. I went to a shop and I really enjoyed the shop, and was driving around, but then it's like I started to get more and more stressed. I started to get more and more stressed, and the traffic was bothering me, the people were bothering me, the crowd was bothering me. I was just really stressed, and I kept missing my turn and getting lost. Like, I wasn't getting to where I wanted to go. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm just going home. Like, I didn't even go over all of the, I didn't even go to all of the stores that I wanted to go to because I ended up getting really overwhelmed really quickly, and I hit burnout. And when I hit that burnout, it's like I was spiraling because it was like all that anxiety was coming up, all that fear, all of that lack mentality, basically all of the emotions that I was feeling about this move and the job and all of that. It was just, I don't know how else to explain it. It was, I hit a spiral because I got overwhelmed and I got into a burnout. And when I got home, I was like, I'm not even going to do anything else. I'm going to lay down and I'm going to go and meditate and talk to spirit about what kind of healing do I need to do for myself right now in order to process these emotions, like, because I was having such a hard time breaking through and actually feeling the emotions because my body and my mental was just automatically numbing it. It was like, how do I break through that numbness? And so I laid down on my Reiki table in my meditation room, and I was basically like, I'm inviting my spirit team to basically come and do some work on me and, help me break through this. So in meditation, it was like my higher self was there working with Archangel Raphael to do all this healing on my present version. And at first it was like my mind was just racing thoughts like crazy. And thank you so much for the likes, Teresa. I appreciate you. But like my thoughts were just racing. And when you get racing thoughts like that, you don't want to grab them and be like grabbing those thoughts. You want to kind of let them flow, like observe them and recognize them, but then continue to let them flow, because eventually the racing thoughts are going to stop and it will become a little more quiet and a little more clear, because all that racing thoughts is all of that anxiety basically coming out like an outlet. And so I had all these racing thoughts, and that's when like I started like audibly saying what I was feeling about the house, what I was feeling about my marriage, what I was feeling about my job, what I was feeling like. I had to be completely honest with myself about what I was actually feeling, instead of being like, just get through the day, everything's going to be okay. It was like, no, we are not going to numb anymore. We're not going to dissociate anymore. We need to deal with this to try and shift our vibration and shift our reality so that our days can start to get better. This is Hottie, by the way. This is my baby. She's purring right now. Hi. You want to say hello to everybody? This is Hottie. Anyway, so I had to really... Hottie, get down. I had to really get serious about what I was feeling. And as I was, laying down on the Reiki table, all these thoughts came up, all these, memories were coming up, and it was like I was finally able to cry. I was finally able to cry and actually get it out of my body, like just getting it out of my body, and just it started to process those emotions. And it was like, and I had to have like this dialogue with myself and basically tell myself, it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel. I had to validate all of the emotions that I'm feeling. Like, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to feel nervous. I mean, you've only been here for a fucking week. Like, it's so normal to feel all of these emotions that you're feeling right now, because like I said, my whole life has just been turned upside down going through this Phoenix moment. So I had to really validate myself instead of like saying I'm not allowed to feel a certain way, which it actually, by me being truly honest with myself, it brought up some resistance. Like there was some resistance that came up, and that resistance was basically like, I'm not allowed to feel a certain way, or I'm not allowed to talk about certain things. And the reason I thought about that was because when I was a child, my parents put me in therapy, and I would go to therapy and talk about what I needed to talk about, which was usually them, because it was a very toxic household growing up. And so I would talk to the therapist about what was actually going on, and then my mom decided to tell me that that's not why I was in therapy. I wasn't in therapy to talk about that. I was in therapy to talk about my biological father, is basically what she was trying to do. Because instead of taking accountability for the toxic household that I was being raised in, they dodged accountability and just went straight to blaming my biological dad for everything, which was not it was not him. It was the toxic household that was causing the problems. Anyway, but that's what my inner child was struggling with, was not feeling, like not being able to be honest with myself about what I actually feel, because younger version me was told that I'm not allowed to feel a certain way or talk a certain way about things. So it, even though that was what I was truly feeling and needing to process at the time. So now as an adult, it's like I guess I kind of numb it right away. So now I'm breaking through that and being like, I love my mother. I do, even though we have issues, I do love my mother, but she did cause that trauma on that numbing. So it's like I love her, and she was going through whatever she was going through, and it's my job to heal my wounds. Basically, it's my job to heal. And part of that was needing to break through that barrier and actually feel. And like I said, like I ended up getting pushed into a spiral in order to break through, so that I could actually sit down and feel what I was feeling and be brutally honest. When we don't process our emotions, those emotions get trapped in our body, right? Those emotions get trapped in our body. It becomes dis-ease. It becomes problems in the body, or physical pain, or like I said, because you're actually not dealing with that stuff, you get bogged down with that lower vibrational energy, because you're not letting it go. So you kind of get like clogged up, and when we don't process, it can cause health issues, physical, mental, emotional damage, but it can make it harder to deal with later, because the longer you run away from something, the harder it is to face. And so it was pretty crazy, and having to, like I said, I just had to deal with all that, and get through with how I was feeling. And then it's like, after crying and talking, it was like, then I had to call in the energy that I want. It's like, okay, I'm feeling all these negative things. Now, what do I want to feel instead? And I would call in those better vibration energies. Like I would call in how I want to be feeling. Like I want to call in love. I want to call in healthy relationships. I want to call in financial stability, financial freedom. Like, yes, I have all these fears, but it's like, okay, let's validate those fears, and then we're going to call in the good things after we've dealt with that and validated that, right? And basically, like I said, I just want to say, it's like when you're not processing, like you'll get pushed into a spiral, or things will get bumpier and rockier until you deal with it. So when you become more regulated, things will flow more smoothly. I'm not going to say you're never going to get triggered, because triggers happen. They just happen. But you're going to have the knowledge to deal with those triggers in a more better way than diving into some sort of coping mechanism, because again, when we're not processing our emotions, we're jumping into coping mechanisms. So you have to really do some self-searching and identify, what feeling am I dissociating from, what feeling am I running away from, what am I not being honest with myself about, like how is my reality being mirrored to me right now. And then you identify, like, what are your coping mechanisms, what is triggering you into using those coping mechanisms. And there's other healing work that can be done afterwards to, process all of those emotions. So I have not actually done a whole lot of content about processing emotions because it's something that I'm personally learning about right now. So I'm just sharing my own stories and experiences right now, and just, channeling and talking. So this is just what worked for me, being able to like cry it out and like actually like have that conversation and channel with myself about, like I said, validating those emotions and then calling in those other emotions afterwards, after processing. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the importance of proper rest. Like, if you're listen to your body. Listen to your body at all times. How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling emotionally? Listen to your body. If you're hungry, eat. If you're tired, sleep. If you got a shit, take a shit. If you're thirsty, take a drink. Like, if you need to step away for a little bit to recollect yourself, do that. Like, listen to your body, listen to your physical needs, mental needs, and emotional needs. You don't need to be denying yourself of your needs, okay? There are such things as intimate needs. There are such things as touch needs. There are such things as social needs. Like, there's all kinds of needs, right? And take care of yourself. If you are just grinding, you're going to hit a burnout eventually. It's inevitable. I'm sorry. It's just inevitable. You'll hit burnout. And that's not where you want to be. So it is possible to set healthy boundaries around your rest. Create balance in your life by allowing yourself to have the rest that you need. If you can't work 8 hours, don't work 8 hours. Listen to your body. If you can't lift that heavy thing, don't lift it by yourself. Ask someone to help you. If you need, like with me personally, like there was a day I was going. I was up at 5 and did the farm chores, and then I worked an 8-hour shift with no break, almost no break. Like, I should have had like 3 breaks, and I didn't have any, because 2 15s and a lunch, and I didn't have my breaks. And so I literally worked all morning on the farm to then do an 8-hour shift, to then go and stand in line at a dispensary for a long time, to then come home and jump right back in to farm chores, and then getting in bed really fucking late. And then the next day getting called into work, and kind of just repeated. And I burned out so quick. Like, I was in so much physical pain that even after sleeping all night, like getting up the next morning was so fucking painful on my body that it's like I could not do it anymore. Like, I had the opportunity to go back to work, and then I had to tell myself no, because it was like, no, I need to rest today because my body is freaking hurting. Like, I needed to give myself that balance and that rest. And you know what? I slept a long time that day. I slept for a long time because that's what my body needed. And the next day I got up and I went back to it, and everything was great. Everything was great. And I was able to function better and get more done because I gave myself the space to rest. So it is very important to rest and to create balance. And people are like, oh no, I have to grind, or everything's gonna fail. And that is another self-limiting belief that my spirit team brought up to me, and they were like, stop worrying about 10 days in the future right now. Worry about your day right now. Do you have food to eat? Do you have water to drink? Are your needs taken care of in this fucking moment? Yes, then don't worry about what's going to happen 10 days from now. Worry about taking care of yourself and listening to your body in the moment. You will always be taken care of, no matter what. You will always be taken care of. You will always be provided for. All you have to do is have the faith that anything is possible. You can manifest anything. You can have anything. Pray about it. Pray about it and see what happens. Ask for a gift. Ask for a blessing. The universe will provide. It will give it to you. It'll prove it to you. It'll show you. I love this mug. It's like so hot still. So this was actually made by Wade. That's his business. Made by Wade. Ooh, that's hot. I love this because like I literally make a thing of tea and I keep my tea in here and I kind of like sip on it throughout the night, and in the morning it's still fucking hot. Like, I'm not even kidding. So this thing holds temperature so good. And this says, give yourself permission to be a beginner. Everyone who is great at what they do was once someone who didn't know much and struggled. There's honor in that, in opening yourself up to new experiences and knowledge and putting yourself outside your comfort zone. Allow yourself to grow into a new, fuller version of you. It's good tea. What's it? Some lavender tea. I got a lavender tea for stress relief, and like I love these little things, like because I get the yogi tea. Accept the challenge you are facing. It may become your greatest gift. You are learning strength right now. We're all learning strength right now. The only constant is change. Everything's always changing and evolving. Celebrate your successes and failures. Both require great courage. Celebrate every win, no matter how big or small. So, anyway, I'm probably going to log off here. Like I said, I just wanted to touch base on processing the emotions, and I wanted to touch base on, proper rest, listening to your body, and just rest is a need. You need to rest. And if you don't rest, you're just going to hit burnout, and you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. It is what it is. And if you ignore yourself and deny yourself, then, I don't know what to tell you other than, you're setting yourself up for failure. You cannot continue to deny yourself. Whether that is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, fill in the fucking blank, you cannot continue to deny yourself. You need to start putting yourself first. You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to your emotions and be able to release and let go. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, this was like kind of channeled, kind of talking. I'm gonna leave it at that, but I am so proud of you for putting yourself first. And if you made it to the end of the video, I would greatly appreciate a like, a share, and a subscribe. And if you do feel called to leave me some sort of donation for this energy exchange, I do have my Cash App in the description somewhere. It's Scarlett Wayzz. Scarlett, Wayzz on Cash App. So, all right. Thank you for being here. I love you. Go rest. Go sleep. And don't deny yourself anymore. Don't deny yourself anymore, and don't reject yourself. Like, we are shedding the self-limiting beliefs. We're getting through it day to day. Day to day. That's all I can say right now. Day to day. You're taking care of every day. The only real reality is the present moment we live in at this breathing moment. Time is fluid. So, whether you agreed with some of the stuff I said or not, you know, that's fine. You know, this will resonate with who is meant to resonate with, and if it doesn't, then like I said, that's fine. Still appreciate the support though with a like. But this, like I said, this is one of my first time like talking about actually, like, you know, like processing emotions and like rest and stuff. So I do plan on doing some more song bowl videos and Reiki videos and, you know, tarot readings. I'm just kind of finding my flow right now because, like I said, I did just move. I've only been here a week, so I'm still finding my routine and I'm still finding my flow. But yeah, so thank you for being with me on this journey. And if my video seems a little crazy and kind of out there and like all over the place, like, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And you know what? I'm just being me. I'm just being who I am, and I'm just channeling and doing what I love and processing emotions and yada, 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 yada. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed. Much love. Mwah.